Hello, I'm going to show you how to clean the HK VP9 using the new Wonder gun rod. It's now available in the 9mm. It was first introduced for the 22 caliber, now available in the 9mm, 38 caliber, and 357. Comes in 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, and 7-inch. We're going to be cleaning a 4.06 barrel, the Heckler & Koch. Now this is a polygonal barrel. It's not a traditional lands and grooves barrel. And let me show you the difference. On this side you have a traditional lands and groove type barrel, and then over here the polygonal barrel. You can see your lands and grooves. There's lots of areas where the fouling can get stuck. Whereas your polygonal, it's a much easier barrel to clean, lasts a lot longer. And Heckler & Koch has actually, they perfected this type of bore back in the 1960s. Of course, all the new HK guns now sport the polygonal barrel. What's nice about that is pretty much your bronze bore brush really is not needed. But I'm going to show you how we're going to use the Wonder gun rod. It is available at www.fixvictory.com, and it's called the Wonder gun rod. We're going to figure out what size patch works best, and I'm going to use the 5-inch gun rod on it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my nylon bore brush, and I'm going to run that through the barrel. But before I do that, I just want to clean the outside of the barrel. Now what I'm using here is just plain mineral spirits. Now you see a little bit of a honey-colored cast to it, and the reason why is there's 25% WD-40 in there, and then 75% odorless mineral spirits. Now I purchased that at Walmart by the gallon because I clean all my guns using this exact 25-75 mix. And I'll be doing a video on the HK VP9, how to clean the gun frame, the slide, and the spring and the guide rod. And I use my ultrasonic cleaner. The reason why I use the ultrasonic cleaner is, number one, it cleans the gun like factory brand new each time I clean it. One of the other reasons is I set up an assembly to clean my guns because I clean 8 every 7 days. I go to the gun range twice a week. I take 4 guns with me, and I always use 500 rounds each time I go. So that's 1,000 rounds put through 8 guns, 8 different guns at the gun range every 7 days. So I needed to come up with a method to not only clean them quicker, clean them more efficiently, and just clean them and keep them like brand new. So I'm going to take a little bit of my mineral spirits, my WD-40, and I'm just going to wipe down my barrel. And then we'll use the Wonder gun rod on the bore. And as you can see, the mineral spirits really does a fantastic job as far as a gun solvent. Now you can use your Hoppy's number 9 or whatever you're using. It's up to you. This bottle, by the way, is well over 30 years old, and you can see there's quite a bit in there. I just choose to use the mineral spirits. It does a great job. It's very inexpensive. Okay. You can see what came off on the outside. These paper towels I'm using work fantastic. These are Viva paper towels, strong and soft like cloth, and they really are. In fact, these gun patches that you see, we're going to figure out which one works best with the Wonder gun rod and a 9mm barrel. But these patches that you see up front are cut from Viva paper towels. I use my paper cutter to cut them in exact different caliber sizes that I like to use with the different Wonder gun rods. Now you can use your cotton patches if you choose, but from this day forward, after trying the Viva paper towels, strong and soft like cotton, I'll never buy another gun patch again. There's no reason to. They actually work better, especially if you're cleaning a barrel with lands and grooves. With this Wonder gun rod, they tend to get down into the grooves better. So let's go ahead and take our barrel. We're going to take our nylon bore brush, and we're going to run that through and just scrub that back and forth. And it cleans out and loosens up that fouling. And remember, on a polygonal bore, you don't really have to worry about that much. You really don't have much sticking in there. But the more you do of this, especially on a lands and grooves barrel, the less patches you're going to use. And that's really it. And what's nice about this is you rinse this in your mineral spirits and that brush stays like brand new all the time. Okay, at this point, all we're going to do is we're going to run our Wonder gun rod through with our patch, and that's going to finish up. Let's see what size patch works best on this. I don't need this anymore. Okay, let's use the 5-inch. And let's start out, see, I've got, these are for the 22 caliber. I've got the 3/4 inch, 1 inch, 1 1/4 inch, 1 1/2 inch, 1 3/4 inch, and 2 inch. So let's go ahead and try, let's try the smallest patch I think will work. Just place that on the tip like that. And what's nice is this gives nice even pressure all the way through. In other words, you have 360-degree cleaning. Unlike your slotted jag, you got to run your patch through and probably use a 2-inch or larger patch. So that's a waste of patch. So here I've got a 1-inch patch. And to be honest with you, that's it. That 1-inch patch should work just fine. See how that grabs the patch? You can work it back and forth. So me doing this 4, 5, 6 times is going to be equivalent to running this through 20, 30 times because you're not getting 360 degrees. This is equal pressure pushing out against the inside of that bore. And it truly is 360 degree cleaning. And you see that patch is not that dirty. Because this is the key. Run this through with your mineral spirits or your gun solvent, whatever gun solvent you want to use. But I no longer use gun solvents anymore. I just use the mineral spirits. Okay, that's patch number 1, and the 1-inch patch works fine. Yeah, I'm going to stay with the 1-inch patch. Okay, at this point, I've already run that patch through, which basically cleaned and dried the bore at the same time. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run my ballast all through. You can use your Hoppe's No. 9 oil, your Frog Lube, your Mobil 1 synthetic, Pennzoil synthetic, whatever you want to use. The only reason I'm using my ballast I bought this about 2 years ago, and it's probably going to last the rest of my lifetime. I use so little of it. So I'm going to run that through, just the very tip. And my fingers don't even have to touch it. All I need is a little bit on the tip, and it'll wick right into the paper towel. Very little effort, 360 degree cleaning, equal pressure on the entire inside of the bore. And I can even hit the feed ramp there at the end. Okay, that's patch number 2. I'm going to follow up with 1 dry patch. So now 1-inch patch for a 9mm 38 or 357. I apologize, I kept saying 1-inch patch. It's the 1 1/4 inch patch. That's the 1-inch patch. So it's the 1 1/4 inch patch I've been using. But speaking of 1-inch patch, let's try a 1-inch patch on it because I haven't tried it. I just got this, the 9mm. Let me try the 1-inch patch. Well, the 1-inch patch covers the rubber tip, so it should work. Yes, it does. It works fine. So yeah, you can use the 1-inch. I didn't realize that. And it's still a nice snug fit. And it's spotless. So yeah, you can use the 1-inch or the 1 1/4 inch. That's going to be way too big. 1 1/2 inch is going to be too big. So when was the last time you were able to clean a 9mm 38 or 357 using a 1-inch patch or a 1 1/4 inch patch? That's nice to know. Okay, let's take a look inside. See if you can see. And of course I want to take a look with my eye loop, because I inspect every one of my bores before I put the gun away. Yeah, it's like a mirror. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, so that's the Wonder Gun rod for the 9mm. Very economical to use, especially if you cut your own patches. And the Viva paper towels cut actually work better than the cotton type patches. So if you're into saving some money, that's kind of neat. But it's exciting with 360-degree cleaning. You can pass back and forth through the bore. Really makes sense, and it's much more environmentally friendly. Your footprint on the planet is much less. You're using much smaller patches. Right there's the patches that I use, not including the pad for cleaning the outside of the barrel. So it's much more environmentally friendly. Definitely try the Wonder Gun rod. I highly recommend it. You'll never use this again. I guarantee you that. There's no way I would ever stick this in my bore again. I mean, this is just, it makes this pretty much obsolete. So, and this is just so easy and just so friendly, and it actually makes cleaning the bore kind of fun. I enjoy it. Anyways, have a great day, and thanks for watching.